Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 things, hopefully, if they're not too long. If anything, I could always make like a part 2. But we're going to be talking about, let's see, shall we? The 13th floor legend. We're going to read some creepypastas, and we're going to read selected deep web stories because it was just so disturbing. It's disturbing, but it really piques my interest. Like, I'm so curious. Not curious enough to actually go on the deep web, like, no. But some of the stuff I was reading was just like too much. And this is like a PG-13, TV-14 channel. So anyways, we can start with, I guess, the 13th floor legend. And I just got it from some website. By the way, I haven't read anything yet. I kind of just like skimmed through to see how long it was and all that, along with the creepypastas and the deep web stories. So they shouldn't be too long. All right. The Legends of the 13th Floor. Hopefully I don't like trip up. It's not that long. Oh, it says, warning, event may be too intense for young children and is not recommended for children under the age of 13. 12. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The world famous 13th floor haunted house in Denver. This is why you gotta actually read. I'm still gonna read some parts. Dang it. The levels of a multi-story building are frequently numbered sequentially from basement, lobby, ground 1 or 1 upward, or occasionally downwards. In some countries, as it is here in the United States, the number 13 is considered unlucky, and building owners will sometimes purposely omit a 3rd floor. Oh, on a floor. What? Purposely omit a floor number 13. Even building owners who are not themselves superstitious realize that the desirability of units on the 13th floor might be compromised because of superstitious tenants or commercial tenants who worry about losing superstitious customers. Oh, okay. Based on an internal review of records, the Otis Elevators Company estimates that 85% of the buildings with their elevators do not have a named 13th floor. Why are skeptics so easily convinced that the majority would rather avoid the 13th floor? What has happened in history to create such a stigma about the 13th floor? For whatever reasons there may be, there seems to be a multitude of stories about what happens on the 13th floor. Some documented, some not. It seems that it has become largely accepted to just leave this mystery alone, brush it under the rug, or don't talk about it. A good example is that some have suggested the 13th floor in government buildings is not really missing, but actually contains a top secret governmental department, or more generally that is proof of something sinister or clandestine going on. Clandestine? I never heard of that word before. It should be noted that to place a floor between those accessible from an elevator, it is necessary to either take longer to travel between the neighboring floors or accelerate. All you hear are these loud trucks. Now I forgot where I was at. Neighboring floors or accelerate, both of which should be noticed by the riders. It would also be noticeable from the exterior, requiring either an extra row of windows or a conspicuous gap between rows. Thus, it would make much more sense to build a secret floor, such as the 13th floor, as a basement, making it much easier to hide the 13th floor's location in what appears to be single-story buildings underground. Okay, just goes in to talk about what they do. We, the creators of the 13th floor haunted house, have discovered locations right here in Denver, Colorado, constructed in the manner described above. Oh, not completely sure of what all of their past uses may have been. It seems that the majority of these locations are currently inhabited as a home for the fortunate or unfortunate souls, living and dead, that have discovered their secret locations when seeking shelter from the environment or society. Various species of rats, snakes, and spiders have also taken up residence here, living in secret by their own rules. Alrighty, step inside, take a ride, and travel through the 13th floor. Visit the current occupants who call it their home, witness the oddities and strange occurrences that have created the legend of the 13th floor, and discover why it continues to be one of the world's greatest mysteries. Well, had I known that I was reading about a haunted house in Denver, Colorado, I probably wouldn't have used this website. But, I mean, it is what it is. They still, went into depth about what the 13th floor is, or at least the legend of the 13th floor. And this is actually quite interesting. Because now that I think about it, I've never been anywhere where there was a 13th floor, like a building. Like, then again, have I really like actively checked? I remember hearing about this. I think it was a Shane Dawson video. So now we're gonna move on to creepypastas. That's when it wants to be slow, right? What made me want to even read about the 13th floor legend, I was looking for creepypastas to read, and the name of the website is called the 13th Floor TV, I think. All right, so now we're going to move on to the creepypastas, and this is 5 of the scariest creepypasta ghost stories ever shared. Now, I'm not going to read all 5. I'm just going to read 2. So, creepypasta themes predominantly deal with the paranormal. So, naturally, ghost stories are among the most popular and consistently shared. Below are just a handful of the many hundreds of chilling examples lurking out there. Of course, I wouldn't want to spoil the fun of reading these tales by revealing the endings. How are you just gonna not give away the ending? Like, whatever. So now I'm gonna be redirected to the actual, it's called creepypasta.fandom.com. Oh, these look long. Sis, these are long. You know what? I'm so sorry. I guess we're not going to read creepypastas because these are dumb long. Like, these are long. I'm going to have to, like, dedicate a whole video to reading one creepypasta. Like, these are so long. Anyways, we're just going to move on to the 2 deep web stories. And I'll probably do another video of creepypastas. Also, in my last video, I spoke about Cropsey. And they were a little vague with what happened in that case. Because they didn't mention that someone was wrongfully convicted. Like, they arrested someone, had him as a suspect and everything. I think he even went to jail, and it wasn't even him who did it. So I definitely want to go over that case because it's very interesting. And I will do that creepypasta video as well. So now we're going to go into the 2 deep web stories. This is my stuffed animal too. I got her at SeaWorld. Anyways, I gotta stop screaming. Like, I'm just loud for no reason sometimes. All right. So the first deep web story that I thought was appropriate is the human experiment. So, experimentation on humans is completely forbidden and considered if you do an experiment. What? As per history, is this English? As per history, Hitler had an entire science division dedicated to human experimentation during World War II. People are still doing it. There are many websites in the deep, dark web which invites people to human experimentation. The common target individuals would be orphans and kidnapped victims. If an orphan goes missing, none would care since such is the world these days. What? What? Am I dumb? Is this not me? If an orphan goes missing, none would care. None would care since is... Oh my God. I'm getting so irritated. This isn't making sense to me, so I'm like struggling. If an orphan goes missing, none would care since such is this world these days. That makes no sense. I don't care anymore. People are forced into experimentation while others agreed to be experimented on. Hidden... I don't know who wrote this. It's not their best work. I'm sorry. But I understand the concept. Human experimentation is something you can find on the deep, dark web. Some of the ones I was reading was just disgusting. They were talking about human meat restaurants where they just sell human meat and you can find that on the deep web or whatever. Like, apparently there are restaurants where you can go. The dark web gives you like lists of locations that sell human meat. So I guess if you ask for it, like, hey, can I get like a pina colada? And they're gonna be like, oh, a pina colada. How would you like it cooked? And it's like, oh, like, ew. So I thought that was disgusting. Creepypasta comic. And this is still on the deep dark web. Have you ever heard of digital paranormal activity? Well, out of the many deep web stories, this is something weirder or creepy than the normal ones. A Korean comic which starts as a normal scary story tends to get creepy the more you read it. Whoever wrote this comic and designed the website has coded paranormal activity into it. As you move through the pages, a ghost takes control of your mouse. To be honest, none of the darkest stories sounds weirder than this. A digitally created entity which takes control of your mouse sounds ridiculous, but it does happen. Reading a comic leading to a ghost controlling your mouse initially. Who knows what else it starts to control over time. Please be away from the site if you don't wish to experience a digital ghost. Oh no. Sister, no. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I like doing creepy stuff like this, scary stuff. It's just very interesting and fascinating to me. So I will definitely be doing more videos just like this. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!